To go over how I built this 4x8 plexiglass wall for dense pack training. First thing is first, you're going to need a wall. I've seen people build standalone versions of these on wheels, but we needed a shop space to keep our tools, so this just works for the back side of it. These are the screws I used. Wood screw for fastening the hinges to the wall, pocket screws for building the frame, and then the lath screws are for attaching the plexiglass to the frame. So I just ripped down a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood for the frame. Everything's ripped into 6-inch sections, 6 inches by 8 feet, 6 inches by 36 inches. I used a Craig jig for the pocket holes to fasten the boards together. Another shot. So I built the frame first just on a workbench. Then I got my plexiglass. So plexiglass is a 4x8 section. You just lay it on top of the frame. To attach the plexiglass, I used these lath screws, and I just drilled every 6 inches along the plexiglass to hold it nice and tight to the back of this frame I made. I pre-drilled all the holes with a 7/64 bit through the plexiglass and the wood. Then I used a 5/32 bit to drill only through the plexiglass. Let me get through the plexiglass with these number 8 screws without cracking it, but to also get a good bite on the wood. On the cross members, these are offset because here and basically here, we're going to drill 2 9/16 holes with our auger bit, and these are going to be where we dense pack from. And this will happen here, but it'll also happen down here too. That way we can practice insulating from different heights, depending on what you might hit in a application while you're working in a house. The hinges are nothing special, just exterior for a gate. You probably could get a different set of hinges that would allow you to do this without having to fur this out like I did, but not a big deal. So now it opens. You could probably hold this closed in a number of different ways, but I'm going to show you how we do it just to make it nice and easy. It's just going to be wood clamps. We'll use 3. We'll do 1 up top, 1 in the middle, 1 down low. You could certainly do this differently, but this is in a unheated and cooled section of our shop, so I know the wood's going to warp. I also just want it to be as quick and easy to open and then get set up as possible. So I think the wood clamps work really well. I think with another type of system, it might be difficult to ensure that you're getting a decent seal along the edges. And then also, once you have this dense pack, you're going to have a lot of pressure pushing off of the wall. So if you're using metal, it might be difficult to get them opened again once you've insulated the space. These, super simple, If you've taken those off, you can open it. You can pull your insulation out of the cavity. You can weigh it. And then you'll know you've achieved the correct density for the wall cavity. What do you think? Could you use something like this for training your crews?